I'm old enough to remember when Australia was associated with wild adventurers and a devil-may-care attitude. But that country now has police scanning social media to predict who will commit crimes based upon what they say. Coming up next on TechShark. Welcome to TechShark, bite-sized news for conservatives surfing the net. It's not the flying cars future we were promised. Great Scott! But we certainly got the futuristic dystopia part down. Some of you may remember a 2002 science fiction film called Minority Report, starring Tom Cruise, about a future where pre-crime police arrest criminals before they commit offenses.
There hasn't been a murder in 6 years. There's nothing wrong with the system. It is perfect.
Science fiction is starting to look a little bit like science fact. Reclaim the Net reported this December that a secretive software surveillance tool used by Australian police in the state of Victoria is coming under scrutiny for identifying, profiling, and tracking young people as potential criminals.
Look at me. Positive for Howard Marks. I'm placing you under arrest for the future murder of Sarah Marks.
The same article noted further that the tool is secretive because it helps the police create secret pre-crime lists of youths monitored in this way, and was being kept away from the public eye before information about it emerged from a research paper and in interviews with police officers. This program, which we don't even know the official name of yet, has reportedly been in use at least between 2016 and 2018, a period that the research covers, creating lists of what the police named Youth Network Offenders and Core Youth Network Offenders. Reclaim the Net warned that it's unclear from the response that the Victoria Police gave to Guardian Australia if the program is still being used. In case that sounds familiar, I wrote about a similar project in 2019, wherein the US and UK governments funded an artificial intelligence project to target so-called grossly offensive anti-PC speech in an attempt to predict when people will commit hate crimes. The $2.2 million Hate Lab was supported by the UK Economic and Social Research Council and the US Justice Department. Together, they financed 5 projects, including an Obama-era effort to take a proactive approach to hate crime. According to the project's director, Matt Williams, Hate Lab is creating an AI to probe people's social media for hateful speech and predict who will engage in hateful activity. Now here's the shark bite. The US, UK, Australia, I don't think it's a coincidence that countries with a common history share a common problem. Every few months there's another crisis that makes all the country talk about injustice somewhere in some far-off country. Uyghurs, Hong Kong, Ukraine, and so on. But what we should be focusing on is the tyranny in our own backyard. In our own shared civilization, specifically the English-speaking world of America, Australia, Canada, and the UK, all the major countries associated with or founded by the British Empire seem uniquely vulnerable to politically correct police state nonsense. Australia is on the other side of the world, but we, as the same English-speaking world with similar cultural foundation, have the same flaws, the same Achilles heel. We have a bunch of phrases about how one place can be the bellwether for somewhere else, the canary in the coal mine that lets you know a big change is coming. You may think their totalitarian nonsense may never happen here, but I wouldn't be so sure. Thanks for watching TechShark, published every Monday from Free Speech America at the Media Research Center. Have a good week.